welcome to my channel. In this video I will be talking about my experience moving from New York City to Philly and if I regret attending Temple University. If you guys are new to this channel, I am Yo-Yo. This channel is all about lifestyle, my college experience, advice videos, I will be putting down the chapters in the description box and it's also on the timeline, so if you guys feel the need to jump to a specific part, I not only talk about the neighborhood itself, you know, the differences between New York City and Philly living, but I also talk about, you know, different aspects of Temple University. I know I have made videos like this before, but I haven't broken down the different aspects of it. I have been here for 3 years now. This is my senior year, so I think this video will really help you if you're trying to decide if you really want to commit to Temple University. I have everything written down on my phone. Also, I'm manifesting a Monster sponsorship collaboration that will happen sometime in my life, so your girl would have not gone through college. Late nights in the tech center, Monster has gotten me by. And actually, this one is no sugar. And I was surprised. I thought it was gonna taste really bad, but it honestly might be better than the regular Monster just because it's not as sweet. So I'm gonna start off just discussing location. This is not about the university, this is about the neighborhood surrounding it. I lived in the Bronx. I did live in a more chill part of the Bronx. I know everybody think of Bronx, they think, oh, it's something crazy. No, I lived in a very, very chill spot, but it was still so much more life than Philly. The main thing is there's no delis on every corner where you go. In New York City, there's literally 2 delis on each block. I miss my bacon and cheese, my chopped cheese. I miss my chicken sandwiches. Like, I miss my bagel with cream cheese and bacon. One main thing that I do not appreciate about living here, campus, Temple University, basically the surrounding neighborhood, there's a lot of garbage everywhere. And there's a lot of like empty lots around here too, and they're filled with garbage. Like, people just throw their stuff there for some reason. I don't know if they throw it out the window or something. The bus situation here is ridiculous. The subway system, public transportation is a mess. Literally, I have so many troubles with the bus because they come every half an hour to an hour. Sometimes those half an hour buses, they don't come, so you're there waiting for an hour. And then there's these like random detours. I'll pull up to a bus stop and then there's a sign, there's like detour to a different, what is that? Like, if you can't find a bus route that works, then why? Yeah, y'all could have did better. The subway system is a mess. They just don't make sense. It's a mess. I don't know how people do it. I think the subways are a little bit cleaner than they are in New York though, I will say that. Uber used to be a lot cheaper before the pandemic, but I'm pretty sure that's happened everywhere. We used to have the Uber pool option, so Ubers were like $4 to get across campus. Now it's like $12. We do have a shuttle bus system at Temple, but I don't think they're working right now because of the pandemic. It might start back up now when classes are in person though, I'm not sure though. And then when it comes to rent is substantially cheaper. For example, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment and it's $1,000. A studio apartment would be like $1,300. It's just a very big difference when it comes to rent. I would say this area, there's a lot of different food options to choose from. I don't complain when it comes to food. I think there are more food spots around here than there were in New York. But again, this is a campus neighborhood, I guess. It's a good spot to have a lot of food options here. When it comes to the people, Philly people are definitely very friendly and cool. They're not as crazy as New York, but they are weirder. And then there's a strange thing with DMV people, because when you come to Temple, you're gonna meet a lot of people from the DMV. They're obsessed with New Yorkers, they're obsessed with our accent. They love asking us to say specific words. It's hilarious, don't get offended. It's annoying, but it's also funny as hell because why do you care about my accent? But Temple University as a whole, probably the most amazing friendships I have. These people are so mature and just, I don't know, like, I've met some really dope people out here. I actually need to reach out to them because I've really been MIA. Like, I took a lot of time to myself, so yeah. I know my peeps miss me. Parties. I think I've made a video just about parties. People love parties. I did put up a vlog of a temple party. If you guys want to check that out as well, I'll link that in the description box. Temple party's hard. People travel from different schools in PA. People travel here from New York just to parties. The parties here, they're big. Okay, we do parties well, top tier. Okay, they'll rent out actual like venues that take 1,000+ people just for these parties. There are a lot of like house parties and stuff like that, but I hate house parties. It's just way too hot, way too crowded, way too sweaty, and you can't move. Like, why? Like, it's just too many people at these house parties. The only problem is that in New York they actually know how to dance. Here in Philly, the girls know how to dance, but the guys don't know how to dance at all. They'll just jam their pelvis on your ass and just leave it there. They don't allow for your natural movements. They just jamming it where if you wanted to, you could have just said that. It's very sad. So now let's get into Temple University. Now that you guys have a more well-rounded idea of life here, I guess. I mean, if you guys have more questions about life at Temple University aside from academic stuff, definitely leave that in the comments below, and I'll make a part 2 to this. I guess. I don't know. So when it comes to classes, when I was in high school, I transferred from the Bronx to New Rochelle. The difference here is that in New Rochelle, the school was substantially better. Their academic, the whole point of this is that I had to actually work hard to pass my classes, and they pushed me so much. When I came to Temple University, I felt very much so prepared. I can't speak from a standpoint of, oh, classes here are really hard. When I came here, I was like, bro, this is high school. It definitely is. They have some amazing professors who genuinely care about you. They care about what they're teaching you, the topics that they're talking about. There are some bad classes. I've had some really bad classes where I wasn't taught nothing. And I voiced that to my teachers, like, yo, I'm doing really bad and it's your fault. And they didn't take it personal. Spoke to me and try to help me understand their teaching style and how we can work together to make it work. Classes here, they are hard. They push you. As long as you have a good communication with your teachers, you should be fine. Also, don't think that you got a bad professor because the class is difficult. Not every, but most classes, especially if they're not gen ed classes, they have a specific curriculum. So the curriculum is already set. Just because the class has a lot of reading assignments doesn't mean the class, just because you go to a different teacher, it's gonna be any different. My major tip for anybody, any school that you go to, when you're looking for professors, go to ratemyprofessor.com. If the professor is there, that means that they have been at the school for a substantial amount of time. If they're not there, then you're just gonna have to take a gamble. It means that they're new and you don't know what you're walking into. But if you can register for classes on time and you can pick the best professors, when you're looking for the professors, don't look for the coursework of the class. Look for teaching styles. Do they have an accent? Are you good with accents? If this teacher has an accent, will you be able to understand them? Look for, are they lenient? Are they communicative? Is more important. Like, are they understanding of you and what you're going through? That's the most important thing when you're looking for a teacher. I really didn't think college was gonna be like that. Like, teachers in high school are so, like, they got something up their ass. Like, here is not like that. Now I'm talking about the staff is pretty dope for the most part. Some of them are very much so whatever, but a lot of them are very helpful. Most of the staff, security guards, they are POC, mostly black actually. They are very dope. They're very nice. They're very helpful. They do not bite. They might look intimidating, but you start talking to them and they just start like joking around. Oh my god, you're so cool. Like, sometimes we like guess, oh my god, it's a security guard. They're cool as hell. They're bored. That's why they look like that. They look intimidating because they're tired of their job. But literally, like, when I was like looking for classes, they're extremely helpful in explaining to you how to get to your class. Do I regret going to Temple University? Drum roll please. No. I would not regret coming to Temple University. I think if I did not come to Temple University, there's a huge chance I might have not found my passion in music and becoming a lash tech. I don't think I would have met half of the dope people that I have met and done half of the stuff I did. I feel like I wouldn't have it any other way, aside from the fact that I'm like hundreds of dollars in debt. I don't regret it. Wow, I've been through some stuff, and I need to make more story times about my college experience, because yo, like, it's been crazy. I think being able to get away from home, if I would have stayed there, I would have stayed stuck. It would have been a lot harder to find myself, get to know myself. I think a big thing about Temple University is the networks and connections that I have made. I had a job freshman year. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically where you try to like raise money for Temple. Telefund. I hate begging people for money. That's against my character. So that job was just not for me. A lot of the people that they put you to talk to is people in your own major, because you have a lot more to connect to them by or with. I talked to a lot of business major alumni, and they all said they wouldn't have gotten those jobs without Temple University, because Temple has so many connections and networks, and they prepare you for the real world that they felt prepared. And without making the connections that they made here, they wouldn't be where they're at. Temple, being such a big university, has so many connections. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I hate Temple, but then I'm like, but where else would I go? If you guys have any more questions about Temple to help you with your decision, leave them in the comments. I respond to almost all my comments, or I try to. Sometimes I don't see all of my comments right away, but I try to respond as much as possible. Thank you guys for staying through to the end. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Good luck on your new path, on this journey. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, please definitely hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And I'm gonna catch you guys next time.